Good morning, everyone. All right, what am I missing here? Let me make sure all my other stuff's working correctly here. Just making sure the microphone's working. Yeah, I don't hear the sound. What the crap? Let's see. No. Give me a minute, guys. Just trying to get my sound fixed. I'm not sure why I don't hear myself here. I got the microphone turned all the way up. Let me try it over here. I don't know if it's just something about there or what. So that one's that one. Just want to check the microphone. All right, let me check my speaker, make sure I'm on the right speaker thing. I don't know if that got changed. Yeah, I think it did because I can't hear that play either. Uh-oh. So I don't think it's my stuff. Okay, there we go. My, whatchamacallit got selected wrong. All right, so we're good to go. Did I just close that? Give me 1 minute, guys. I feel like I'm on the struggle bus this morning. All right. Kind of look for some targets today where we could be going. We did kind of break above that PM session high last night out of the New York session, and we've been just pretty much just trucking. I think if we find a long here, we can either target those London lows or those AM highs or even the London highs from yesterday all the way up at 490. So that would be the target I'd be looking for to the downside and to the, I mean, the upside. But man, to the downside, it could just be. All right. So now let me set up my copy trader this morning. Hmm. Give me a minute. We're just kind of trying to get all of our stuff situated here. We could possibly have a manipulation here on this 15-minute charts, and that's what we'll be watching for because we have CPI numbers that we could run kind of in reverse. And that was in 15 minutes. All righty. Just give me 1 second, guys. I don't understand. We'll have to see what the charts play out this morning. We had CPI numbers, so don't really know what it's going to be like starting out. A lot of times, whenever we have news like this, we will rerun the bottom where we started out, so we could easily run all the way back down to the 100s here to clear out this gap on the CPI numbers. What's up, Thomas? it gets turned on. All right, so we do have more news later this morning. So the big news that we had today was the CPI numbers. All right. Oh, some reason I was thinking we had more news later today, but I guess not. I guess that's all the news that we had from this morning. So that's where we're getting that big 200-point move from. Somehow my screen got tilted here. All right, so this morning we make sure we have the copy trader set up right. So we're going to be copy trading 2 funded accounts and 1 eval along with it. And we're just going to be looking for 1 funded trade, guys. That's it. So either we get it or we don't get it. So if the setup's there, we'll take it. And if the market opens up super choppy, it probably won't be a funded trade day. So that's kind of how I've been approaching my funded trades. And just looking for 1 move. So, and it's pretty much for about 2 years. Sorry if I missed your text there or your thing. I'm still just trying to make sure all my stuff is set up correctly. Did anybody gamble on the CPI numbers this morning? I know a few other streamers or a few other people that look like they full ported the CPI numbers this morning on some evals. I gotta bring that over so I can see it. All right, I think we're good to go. So we still got about 10 minutes before the market opens, guys. So last night we were trading the Tokyo session. We finished like $60 in the red on one account, and we made about a little over $130 on one account. So, man, that was my first red day in Asia in a few weeks. I was on the struggle bus last night. I think if I'd have held my trade, I had the right direction selected. And we paper handed 2 trades. We had the 20,000 or 25,008 marked out for a short, and it went down literally about 100 points. And we also had marked out the 24,912, and that went up almost 100 points. And we paper handed both of them. It was just one of those type of nights. Did anybody take any trades during CPI? Hmm. Honestly, I'm usually not a big news of the news in the morning because I hate when it messes up charts. It's not the best. I hate when the charts are like off about like 200 points from a news play, so you don't get like the normal structure from news. So, I mean the normal structure from the natural market movement, and so then you get this huge like bullish move up here. I feel like we're going to have to get the pullback. I don't know if anybody watches the news plays. Most of the time, we will get a pullback to rerun the news play, then kind of do a little reset. Son of a- Sorry about that. Just give me a moment. We still got about 10 minutes before the market opens here. Where is the light? I don't know what's going on. Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it. I was trying to had a setting over here on my other screen that was kind of messed up. So if I had to choose to trade the 15 open minute range this morning, I'd like to see some kind of manipulation back to the downside, kind of like a little fake out, then go back out the top, and for us to continue higher. And for the target to the upside, would probably be the like 400s, or at least back up to the AM high from yesterday. So that's kind of what we're going to be looking for today. You have an entry on gold. I don't ever do gold. Why won't that? Mm, I see what happened. Oh man, I don't know about you guys, but I feel kind of just drowsy this morning. I think I stayed up too late last night streaming. I think I was streaming till almost like 10 last night. Then I was back up like at 3 or 4 o'clock this morning. So I feel like I only slept like a few hours. Oh, even the caffeine doesn't wake me up. We'd have probably drank like 3 or 4 cups of coffee, and I still feel like I'm dragging this morning. Remember, we're not going to take the first breakout. So what we're going to have to do is we wait for the breakout and some kind of retest or breakout with and pull fib on our 5-minute candle. Then look for a long off of that fib / 5-minute candle. And we're looking anywhere between like a 20 to 30% pullback on the candle. I'll show you. So this is what we're looking for here. So this is, we broke out of the original 15-minute candle here, and this is the first candle to print. We're looking for anywhere between a 20 to 30% pullback. This one did the 20. I had my sell rested here. As soon as it starts pulling back, if this area holds, I'll have my order sitting right here at the close of that previous candle. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the momentum back through my order, and you would hope it goes fairly quick. Kind of like yesterday. It went really, really quick. You probably didn't stay in this trade less than a minute or two. Like it was super violent because it's still early in the morning, so there's tons of volume. So that's what we're looking for this morning. Either upside or downside. It don't really matter which way it goes. What you need to recognize is the chop. So this is whenever you see, like if you get a big wick on your candle, I do not take that long, even if it pulls back and goes up, because I've got burned on those candles before. So I usually stay away from the big wick candles. See, like this candle over here had like just a baby little wick. So the sellers were still kind of in charge. But the buyers tried to push it back up, the buyers tried to push it back up a little bit, but couldn't. That's why you only got the 23 to 38%. And the sellers stayed in control all day long. What sucks is I bought the top yesterday, but we only took like 30 points out of this, and it literally just sold off all day. But that's just hindsight. Because I'm just trading the moment. It's hard to think that we're going to sell that much off. So that's what we're going to be looking for this morning. So you kind of have a visual here. We just have to kind of start off by recognizing, like I said, choppy price action. I would like to see either a manipulation to the top than a back through, because a lot of times that's the setup for this particular move here. You'll get that original like manipulation here. Like we'll move up here before the market opens, then we'll end up selling back. But I don't know. Every day is a little bit different. You got to approach every day with a little different. It's not the same exact move or setup. The key part is to have nice looking candles with smaller wicks and pull your Fibonacci on your thing. If you're using Ninja and Fibonacci's, you hit the little draw button, you select it, then you can just put the pencil wherever you need to put it at. Quantower is a little bit different. I usually only use Quantower and Ninja. So those are the only two things that I'm familiar with. Right now, NVIDIA shows all red on their charts, but everything else is pointing straight up. All right, 2 minutes to go, guys. 2 minutes. Remember, if we don't find anything to trade today, we'll just find us an eval trade, because eval trades, I'll take a little bit more aggressive trades. But what my fund is, I'm looking for good setups. I'm trying to risk less than 20 points per trade if I can. I don't really know what to expect since we had CPI numbers. I just hope it's not garbage this morning. I still feel like we need that pullback to rerun those CPI numbers. I just feel like that just happens over and over. Not particularly with CPI numbers, with any news. Or you could kind of pull fib and see what kind of pullback we had on that total move here. So pull back. Here's that leg for that numbers. You can see we pull back to about the 38%. I got to make sure I'm watching my charts too, because I don't want to get stuck in a trade with this copy trader. I swear these copy traders can be kind of shady sometimes. What do we got? Less than 16 seconds before the market opens, guys. And always be wary about taking trades into the whole number too. Kind of a mild open here. We're just going to wait for the first 5-minute candle to print. Man, what a nice candle. Now, if you're looking for more riskier trades, you could take this type of stuff right here on your eval. If you just want to take the direct pull, direct breakout. What's up, man? How are you doing today? Was that fitness? Was that Rohit? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that name right there. We still got, about 3 minutes left on this candle. So hopefully the buyers can clean up the wicks on this candle. Like I said, a lot of times I stay away from candles right here where the body's like over 50% wick. Yeah. $3.79. Yeah, so dirty looking candle here. This is a candle that if you didn't take your profit, you would have been all the way back to break even. Remove that. So it looks like we're going to have to wait for another second candle because this candle is going to be all wick. So with a very small body. So a lot of times whenever you get this type of move to the top side, a lot of times we'll sell through the bottom side. This right here, kind of why we wait for the 5-minute first candle to print, so you can kind of see what kind of price action you're going to get. So more likely, like I said, we'll have to wait for another candle. We got to wait for cleaner candles to print. Hmm. A lot of times, if you lose this 50 and 60% of this candle, this will be the 50% pullback on that 15-minute candle, your original 15-minute candle. So this is the fib of that whole 15-minute candle here. So far, the price action hasn't been looking that great. We still got, let me see, we still got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. I wouldn't mind of us printing outside of the 15 minutes for us to push all the way down to the 200s, then have a nice little print candle here. And this way we can possibly get the push down to clear out the rest of clear out the rest of these CPI numbers that we left down to the bottom side. Besides this big 5-minute bar cat like breakout, we pretty much have had a pretty mild open. We haven't had any follow through yet. And the market could be exhausted. We may not get good price action this morning because we had such big movement and overnight. So that's a possibility too. So the New York AM session could be the consolidation. And then what'll happen is you won't really get your move until the New York lunch hour or the New York PM session. We got a minute and a half left on this 5-minute candle. All right. 50 seconds left. There's the break. Got 30 seconds left. This is where you want to see a little bit of pushback to maybe read this next candle. You want to see a little pullback to retest maybe the 10s right here. $15 seconds. That shit would pull back in there. We're going to go to break even in case this thing whips me back out. Quick 20 points almost. Don't come back and hit me out. We'll risk a few points on this. Yeah. Son of a bitch. We hit like right at 18 points. We're going to probably hop back in this because that only cost us 18 bucks. If long as this 50% holds, we're going to re-enter this. All right, this will be the last funded trade. If this doesn't work, all right. All right. So this is normal to hit the 75 and bounce back up. God dang it. This thing's going to reverse literally 40 points to come get us probably. Man. We've been having that clapping quite a bit lately, it seems like. What do we got? 2 minutes left on this candle? Come on. All right, there's the whole number retest. Let's push on down to the 50 here. Don't come all the way back up. There's the 200. Man. Gonna get stopped out. Oh, it keeps messing with me. Holy crap. I don't see how that survives a third time. Come on. Holy goodness. All right. Fourth time, maybe? All right, we're going to probably go to break even here and follow this damn thing down. Come on. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. Man, come on. Not again. All right. Ah, shit. Watch that be a retest of the 15 minutes to drop back down. All right, we're just going to switch over to our eval if we re-entered. That was the funded trade. Unfortunately, we didn't get our runner, what we were hoping for, but we will jump back in this on a funded trade if it stays underneath this level here. Dude, that is so whipsawy, guys. Very whipsawy. Yeah, it already stopped my runner out, unfortunately. We still may try another short and use this area as my stop loss at the 15-minute candle. We're at the bottom of this 15-minute range here. All right, we switched over to an eval on this next trade, and it's probably going to work because we're on an eval and not a funded. I think we're up about $800 on this account here. Man, this whippy price action's been insane this morning. Ah, come on. All right, that's just where my stop loss had to be. All right. Kind of sit here and regroup. So that last stop out, that where we just took the little loss, that was for 2 micros on an eval. I'm so done with this wiki price action, man. I'm ready for us, everybody, to get on the same contracts. Ever since rollover week started, we've been nonstop wick price action. Maybe if we lose 90, we can lose these hundreds here. Watch it sell off now. If you're fortunate enough to be in this, the probably 120 should be your target. Yeah, we're having that same type price action where we're just whipping nonstop. Like we haven't had like good follow through this morning. Look at this thing trap people again. What's up, Tanner? How are you doing today? Yeah, unfortunately for our fundeds, even though we did get up 25 points, we only cleared like 20 bucks, or actually 15 and 17 on our fundeds. So definitely not the profit we were looking for. We were trying to make somewhere between $50 to $100, but so far we're just getting really like whipsawy price action. I still like the shorts. I mean, I feel like the shorts can go. We just got to find the volume to get through. We're just having a tough time getting through these CPI numbers. I feel like also the 25,100 looks like a really nice bounce spot. There's tons and tons of 5-minute candles in this area. I mean, there's probably at least 20 candles of the 5 minutes in this area here. So these 100s are definitely, looks like a nice area for a bounce. Nope. Rejected again, guys. Woof. That sucks that we're not going to get a funded trade today. Maybe we can push back out the top here and have the same type setup but cleaner. Let's see. Got 1 minute. We still got a minute left on this 5-minute candle, so we still got a little bit. What I like to see is for us to kind of push up here past this 15 minutes and then look for, like I said, the 20 to 30% pullback for a possible long here. If we can get back out of this range, we don't usually take trades inside this range, so we're waiting for us to get outside of this range. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds. $13 seconds. Man. Here comes the new candle. You want to make sure this 23 to 30% area holds. The only thing I don't like about it, I hate how close we are at the top of the fit. The 15-minute candle. Son of a bitch. It's already finding resistance up there. Ugh. $40 will probably be my line in the sand, guys. If we lose 40, we'll just have to close the trade. First target, we'll go to break even if we hit our first target. Dude. Got a minute, 30 seconds left on this candle. So we're going to at least lock in 10, no matter what happens here. Son of a bee, man. These effing wicks today. Oh my goodness, guys. These wicks are just insane today. There's no follow through. Damn it. been the same price action like all day this week, man. It's just been the same ass garbage. At least we did get our 50 bucks in today. Wanted more, but we'll settle. We'll settle for our 40 bucks, almost 50, unfortunately. Man, I was really hoping for at least a $100 trade. I was hoping we could run this wick up there, and it still may, but I just wasn't going to risk any of our profits. So watch this next candle just skyrocket. So crappy. Now we got to watch it go because we done missed our entry. Like I said, this week we just got to be careful, guys. This week you just got to survive the week without messing up your accounts. We get through rollover week, and I think maybe next week or the week after or even the first of the year, hopefully the price action gets back to normal. All right, so we just completely missed the trade here. Oh, see, man, the wicks are just insane. The wicks are just wrecking people today. No, this is micros on the NQ. Wanted to target this wick up here at the 30s. So more likely, that's probably where it's going to go. It's just how you get there. Just tell yourself $50 a day is $1,000 a month. All right, let me disconnect my copy trader. All right, disable copy trader. Not really sure. We may switch over to our Prodeus accounts because I don't really have anything else to trade here. We got the one loss back from a while ago because we were oversized in that one because that's just an eval. But the two fundeds, they're just, like I said, they're the lower cost ones. I was really hoping we get there and kind of hit that $80 to $100 range with the copy trader today, but it's not going to happen. So I did take 2 trades with the fundeds, and that's probably about my max for the funded. So even if we get any more setups today, we just put the fundeds away from the day, and you just take what you can get. If you get a good trade in the morning, it happens, good deal. If not, just put them away. Kind of protect them and just try to minimize your loss, less than $100 a day. And you should keep your fundeds for a long time. At least that's what I've been trying to adopt because I've been bad in the past about over leveraging my fundeds. So lately we've been sticking strictly to 2 micros only on the funded accounts and copy trading multiple fundeds. I feel like that's the better way to go for me. So I don't over leverage. All right, we're going to switch over to our Prodeus accounts. So with these accounts, this is the one I took the win in the, we took a 50-point trade last night in Tokyo, and that's how we made the 186 on this. So we got some profit that we made from last night on one of our accounts. This is the one that I've been trading the most. So we're up 456, but this is where I had the $70 loss. But I don't think I'm going to trade this because I don't really want to add to that negativity if we take a loss. So I think I'm going to stick to this first one since we have about $200 in profit to kind of like play with. If we lose a little bit, maybe risk 80 bucks max on our loss. And this way, if if we don't get it, it's not too devastating. What's up, baby? All right, is that how you say that? Ba ba or Bam Bam? No, it's not Bam Bam. Don't have an M. All right. What should we look through? We'll put 80 and 80 down. This way we'll start off with an 80-point stop loss with an 80-point take profit here. So 80 ticks is 20 points. So if you lose a 20 tick trade, that's equal to $80. For anybody that's maybe new to trading. One thing I haven't looked for is the inside bar this morning. Is this the inside bar? Let's see. No. We may look for the inside bar trade on this today if we get it. Let me fix this up real quick where we'll have it on here. All right. There we go. This could be almost like a little 5-minute breakout here with the 2-candle pullback. If you get like a third one, that would even be better. Especially on the 5 minutes here. Oh, my charts. All right, guys, like I said, we're done trading the fundeds for the day. We got up big on our fundeds, but we just did not take the profits. So we're pretty much wicked out on both sides with the fundeds. So we're actually didn't quite get the 50. Did I get within 3 points of my take profit on that? No, I didn't. Man, I had my take profit sitting at 57. I didn't realize how close we got to that a while ago. No, I thought it hit here. This one stopped me out, then went back down. That's what it was. Okay. So the 10 is the bottom of the 15 minutes. Now it's strictly just going to be evals only. So We'll probably take a little bit more aggressive trades, guys. So these are $8 per day accounts. So a little bit more aggressive on the entries. Like I said, we only usually take 1 to 2 funded trades a morning. Then after that, just put your funded away because you don't want to keep risking them. You have to wait for their sell. I'll try to remind anybody that watches my page. They only do it for 1 day usually, and it's always around a holiday. So I would expect one of those $8 sales next, probably the Christmas holidays or the New Eve's holidays. And you can have 5. You can have up to 5 accounts. So for $40, you can buy 5 evals, and they only cost $80 to fund. So not even that much to fund compared to a lot of the other prop firms. And I know a couple other streamers that are using them, and they do pay out. They also have a YouTube channel that they just started too. And I know they do giveaways on there. They're a European company. I'm not sure exactly where they're at, but I mean I know they're not in the US. They're out of Europe somewhere. I hate this Fibonacci, guys. I ain't gonna lie. There's static accounts also, Michael. So, like I started out with just $500 in drawdown. So the more money you make, the bigger your drawdown gets. So right now, my drawdown's sitting at about $800 on this account. And my other account, it's almost 1,000 in drawdown that I've built up. So this is why we just try to just take our losses if we get them. Like we have a bad evening trading, just take your small loss and move to the next day. So that's why I don't think I'm going to trade that one. Well, you may come back tonight and try to get a little trade on that Prodeus account. We got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle. What's up, Online Profit? Now, if we end up taking this trade, guys, it'll be a eval only, not a funded. So like I said, we're done trading fundeds today. We're just going to take a little bit more aggressive eval type trades because even if this blast is all the way down, unfortunately, we just missed our big move with the funded today. Because I'm still looking for us to fill in down here at the 100s. We still got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. 30 seconds. Ah, look at this nasty wick, guys. Come on. The wick's is already 50% back up the candle, and we're about to have a new candle. It's hitting the 50%, hitting the 200. Another retest of that 15-minute candle here. Sorry if I'm a little slow on these quant hour charts. All right, we're still in the red by 10 points here. So if it comes back and stops me out, it'll just be a break-even trade. Now, this is just an eval trade only, guys, not a funded trade. But since it's an eval trade, it's probably going to go. That's the way it usually goes. I'm going to be right above the 200s here. My goodness. It's probably looks like it's going to come back and get us. All right. Son of a bitch. Excuse my language. Son of a bee. No follow through at all today, guys. All right, so that was just a break-even trade. So what we did is we took the first 10 points, and then we used that 10 points that we are for the break-even trade to still have 10 points to risk. Son of a bee, guys. Son of a bee. What's up, believer? Are you trading gold today? So far, the price action has been pretty much garbage this morning, guys. Now that it stopped me out, it's probably just going to the dump. That's the way it also goes to. Most of the time, it'll run on your eval. Then when you're completely out of it, you get the move down. So more than likely, this is going to be one of the days where your trade's probably going to come in the lunchtime. Thank you guys for the follow and likes today. So if you're just joining us, we're trading a Perdeus account. It's a eval. We already took our fundeds. We're only up $50 in each funded today. The price action's just been super tough. It's been just kind of whipping us out with all these big wicks. We did take one loss on that one eval earlier. That was that one that you saw me take the 20-point loss on the eval. And this trade here was just pretty much a break even. We hit that first 10 points, and then I still was risking 10 points to keep the loss. And this way, you can still kind of keep a 10-point deficit and still have a break even trade. What's up, Chris? How are you doing today? Is there anybody scalping today? Maybe trying to scalp some of this? Right now, this looks like a nice little range day, so you can almost just pull your range. So right now, this is pretty much our range, and it's probably about 70 points here. Yeah, Ghost, we do fundeds. We already took our fundeds today. Those are usually the first accounts that we trade in the morning, Ghost. We had a nice trade on the fundeds here, but I was looking for a 50-point trade, and I got down to about, the bottom of this candle. So, 73, 83. I was up about 30-something points, and then and that was on a runner, and it came back to wick me out. Then we tried another long with the fundeds. We hit the first 10 points, but our runner got stopped out. right now, we haven't been really making a lot of money off the runners. That's kind of what we're running into today. We just haven't been getting follow through because we're stuck in this range. We had entries, we're just not getting the follow through. So, but I try to only do my funded accounts like maybe 1 or 2 trades. Then the rest of the day do evals because I don't want to keep putting my funded accounts out there and end up, messing up having a bad day. I mean, look at this freaking 100-point 5-minute candle. Man. See, right now we're at the top of the range. See, it's very tempting to buy this top of this 5-minute candle, but we've been just kind of stuck here around the 300s. Yeah, it's not really the fact that you're up a lot. A lot of times, um, it's a mentality type thing because with a sim account, you don't have any risk on the table, so you're more prone to jump into trades without much thought. The next step, if you're doing good on paper account, go to eval. Depending on what charts are you trading on Ghost. Like, how do you get live data if you don't? Are you paying for the data? All right, kind of breaking out of this area. Got 29 sitting up there. We're going to wait on this next candle to print here. Oh, what is my evals? I'm trading with 3 different prop firms. I'm using Apex, Bulanox, and Perdeus. Uh, all my main counts are over here on they're over here on Ninja Trader, and Perdeus I have to trade on Quantower. Yeah, you just got to follow the rules. I mean, that's the main part. When it comes evals, you don't have any rules, but when it comes to your fundeds, you got to just follow the rules. I mean, that's the main part there. Ghost. There's nothing worse than getting the payout than you get denied. Trust me, it's happened to me by breaking a rule. The hard rule to stay with is that 30%. That one usually gets people. All right, we got a minute and 50 seconds left on this candle here. So it'll be another candle printed outside of this area. So maybe we can look for kind of a retest of the 15 minutes and maybe we will try long on the eval here. What I trade is mostly simple. I usually just trade mostly off support and resistance and breakouts. I also use 5-minute candles. It helps me be a little bit more patient and wait on the setups with the 5 minutes. I used to trade the 1 minutes, but I would find myself in a lot more fake breakouts. So I strictly just do the 5-minute candles. But see, I don't ever buy the breakout on the 5-minute candle. I always have to wait for the next 5-minute candle to print. And then what I do is I pull Fibonacci on every single candle. I usually, if I'm going to decide to enter, and I don't want it to sell more than 30 to 50% of the candle. The sweet spot is between the 20 and the 30, but 50s can be kind of iffy, but the 20 to 30 is usually the sweet spot. See, we're already starting to kind of get a big wick. We got 10 seconds left on this candle here. So maybe it'll make another little pop here right before it closes. All right, 10:30 candle. There's the 30%. Here's the 50%. Get that first target in there. All right, we hit that first target. But there's a lot of resistance here at the 40s, so we could get stuck at the 40s, so we're going to go to break even. See, there's a lot of resistance somewhere between that 40s and 50s here. Ah, damn it. It wants to come back here. We still got 2 minutes left on this candle. I'm sorry if I missed your chat here. I was kind of focused on the charts at the moment. So yeah, I noticed breakouts are like getting paid quick type. Yeah, most of my breakouts come on 5-minute candles. So the reason I like, this is why I like to take it on 5-minute candles. So what it allows you to do, it allows you to see where your stop loss is going to be. Say, I always use the 5-minute wick as my stop loss. So wherever this wick goes, I know my stop loss needs to go there, somewhere in between these percentages. If it's over 50%, a lot of times I'll probably stay away from it. But if it's under the 50%, like this one was, so my stop loss would, for the initial trade, would need to be at 308. And then what I do is I'm looking for targets. So right now we're targeting 423. Hopefully this doesn't come back and stop us out. And I'll point out my... So what we're targeting is the AM high yesterday. And I may, man, 77 may even need to be a possible target here. So here's all that consolidation up at the 300s. Whoo, maybe. Man, we may struggle getting through the 300s here. Well, no, if we get above this 46, we should go. Then the next one's going to be 380. But yeah, we're going to target the highs up here. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle. Wherever that 5-minute candle closes, that's where we're going to take our stop loss to. So whatever kind of pullback we get here on this 5-minute candle, that's where our stop loss is going to go. So we can pull fib on this candle real quick too if you want and see what kind of pullback we get here. You want to see no more than this 50 on the pullback here at the 23%. That's where I like to see it. I like to see the buyers stay in control. There's the 50%. It hit the 50% on the nose. Another 50% pullback, as you see. There's your 50% of that leg. That kind of sucks because I prefer it to be the 30 to 20. I'm going to take the 50%. I'm going to at least lock in 10. This way, if this thing comes back, I don't take 0 out of this. We'll at least get 80 bucks. If it comes back and stops me out, we'll have 80 locked in. I'd much rather lock in 200 bucks if we can, or 220, 240, something like that, if we can hit our target. I want to say this is right around that area of the London low. Let's see. Yep, London low is sitting at the 80 here. So this is the London low from yesterday, or from our kill zone areas. And it was also the Tokyo here area also. There's a lot of resistance between 50 and 70. If we can get through the 50 and 80 here, it should continue ripping. Man, I know this thing's going to run into a roadblock here at the whole number. We got 2 minutes left on this candle. Just keep going there, sir. We just hit the whole number. Man, if we can pop that whole number, we should get my target up there at 23. 46 is the high here. Too bad this couldn't have been our fundeds today. Unfortunately, like I said, the way it goes, man, it just seems like you're always 1 or 2 moves early for the fundeds. Then the evals, you get the big move. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Almost want to lock some at 94 because I don't want it to pull back. I've been losing big trades because of pullbacks. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. There's the 90. We hit the 10. Okay. What we'll do is do 64, and that'll be at least 40 points locked in. So if it stops us out here, we at least get 40 points out of this. Come on, bulls. Keep it going. Ah, damn it. All right, there's the 75. You want to see the 75 hold here. Ah, come on. Come on, 74. This is normal. 74, 75. We hit that whole number. I mean, we could dump back pretty far here. So, all right, we're going to lock in 50 points here. Because I know we can go all the way back down off that whole number here at the 400s. So just have to be aware of that whole number. So if we can print above. We got the good old whole number drama. So, like I've repeated this over and over, the hardest area to trade is in between the 410 and the 90. Those are the two hardest areas to enter trades at. The 400 drama, guys. Come on. We might not be able to withstand the pullback here. Like I said, we want to at least lock in 50 points here. Stop loss probably needs to be at 69 to probably stay safe. We'll do 45 points. How's that? This way, if it comes back a little bit, we're not in the middle of the leg. So we got 50 seconds left for a new candle. Now, I like the new candle if this stays red like this without stopping us out, because the next candle is usually a pretty aggressive green candle. Like the big wicks with a small body. But we might not be able to survive this candle here. We still got 30 seconds left for the new candle. Hold. Ah, damn it, you. Oh, well. Yeah, we've been in the long since 324, Cameron or Alan. Yeah, watch this thing. Watch this right here just blast. We got long off of this candle here. So we had this really nice green 100.5 minute candle. We waited for this candle to print outside of the 15 minutes, and this is the candle we took. So we waited for a pullback between the 20% and the 50%, and we got long here at 24. 24 was our entry. And so we locked in like 45 points. We're up 285 and, well, actually we're up 307, but with fees, we're at 285. And we missed a good trade with our fundeds. We copy traded. We're up $50 on the funded, and we're up 200 on another eval. And we only had like really one like bad losing trade of 20 point this morning, and it was on the eval with the Apex. And it was like 2 micros, so it was like an $80 loss. No, not like a bad losing trade, but it was for 20 points. 20 points is bad if you're over leveraged. Because just one mini, man, this could be a freaking another bull flag right here, guys. I may even just do one micro trade here. Just one micro trade and see if we can take out these highs here. I'd like to see this close red and the next one close green and just blast. We're just going to do it one micro. So basically we'll just be back into our runner pretty much where we got stopped out at. If we're able to find an entry. Get what I like to call some bonuses. They're good. You know, like most prop firms, you just got to follow the rules. Like my last payout request got denied because I broke a rule. That's probably the main thing. You just got to stay on top of your rules. Oh yeah, that's where I was I was trying to take that same trade, Cameron, this morning. And I actually got up 30 points on my funded account, and it came back and just freaking and wicked me out. So I trade Apex, Bulinox, and the only reason why I'm trading on these accounts because I got them for $8. Yeah, I'm not going to add any more accounts out now. I'm just going to stick to the ones I got. I think we have I want to say a 25K Bewley renew for tomorrow. It's like one of them 25Ks that sometimes I'm aggressive. We got, I think, 7 funded accounts right now between Apex and Bulinox. We have 5 with Apex and 2 with Bulinox. And I've switched my mentality over the last couple months. Now we're just trying to make anywhere between $50 to $100 a day. So this way we don't over leverage our accounts. Bulinox is good. They have really good customer service, and they're not as strict with their rules. And the only difference with them is they're cheap up front, but more expensive on the back end. So usually the 50K, I probably wouldn't recommend anything over 50K. But like, if you're new to trading, because, you are going to blow accounts if you're new to trading. Most people do. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just part of the trading journey, till you kind of find your groove. But you can pick up a Bulinox for most of the time for like $20 or less with them. But when it comes to paying for their fundeds, it's usually about $140. So you pay a lot less up front, but it's better than paying a lot up front than you struggle with trading and you're blowing expensive evals. To me, I prefer them if you're kind of in the learning stages. And if you get, just happen to pass one, you pass one, just take one trade a week to keep it active, then work on a second cheap 90% eval until you maybe build up like 2 funded accounts. That way you got one to trade slowly, and the other one, if you want to be aggressive with it, trade aggressive. Yeah, so $65. I mean, that's good if you're good at that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're good at passing evals, like you don't have an issue with passing evals, I would probably recommend those there, like the more up cost front. Yeah. I'm just talking about, because I mean, if you're just new to trading, you don't want to be popping $70 evals or, in a week or every other week. That can get kind of pricey. popping those expensive valuations. I'm just talking about most people who are starting out with trading. So it's like Take Profit Trader. I like Take Profit Trader also, but you're going to spend $90 to $100 up front for their accounts. And that's good because you're all in. It's just that whole point, if you're not good at passing evals, that's where the struggle comes in. So I will take this breakout if it happens on a one micro, and my stop loss will be at the bottom of that previous candle. So pretty much where we got stopped out on our last trade, but with 1 micro, then we'll look to take out those 46s up there. So we got a little bit of profit to risk here because we're up to 85 on this account today. So we can risk 1 micro, risk hopefully less than 20 to 40 bucks max. So these accounts I use here, these are what these accounts, this is what Padeas. Padeas has one for 55, but it's a static account, but you only got $500 in drawdown. But, with the static, if you can build up your drawdown, you don't have to worry about the drawdown. So right now, I have close to $900 in drawdown with this account. Oh, that was the inside bar right here. I just noticed that. Kind of has me worried. I wanted to take the long, but with the inside bar here, may get the pullback here. Do we attempt the inside bar today? The inside bar's lost the last day or two. We probably won't take it. I mean, we're just moving straight up. It's so hard to take shorts today. All right, we're about to have a 30 seconds left here. Stop loss is a little bigger than you'd want it to be here. Would prefer that to be red. Just one micro here, guys. One micro. Ah, son of a bee. This thing would pull back as soon as I enter. So we'll be in this trade for 40 bucks. Super small risk. Like I said, we're just going to enter it with one micro. We're already up over $200, so this way if we do take a small loss, it won't be like devastating. It looks like we're going to get stopped. Oh, come on. All right, so it looks like we're going to get stopped out on this one, guys. Ooh, talking about the wick. Holy crap. Just trying to make sure it's sitting there at the bottom of this candle. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get stopped out on our one micro here, guys. I don't see how that does not hit. Yep. Oh, the dirty micro. Yeah, I was hoping we could get our runner stuck in there one more time to. So we're still up 236 for the day. Between today and last night, we're up total of 342. That was the trading from last night and from what this morning. So don't know if we'll enter any more trades today. I don't want to sit here and just overtrade and mess up my profit that we made. So that's why we only chose to enter that on one micro and looking for like 20 to 40 points. So that's basically where my runner got stopped out earlier, was at that 74. So that's why we were trying to see if we could enter about the same spot that our runner got stopped out, to see if we can carry to the top there. Now watch the inside bar pay like 100 points here. Let me turn this off here. Let's see what the 50% of the total move is here. Did anybody find any? How's everybody's trading been today? Most of you guys had any luck trading today, or are y'all just kind of sitting on the sideline? The only really good trade that we had today was probably this one here. This was probably the only thing that we had today, but unfortunately, it wasn't a funded trade. We only took a eval trade on that, so we didn't really get a good funded trade today. But at least we'll get to finish green today. So with today's accounts, we're going to be up 344. I take that back because the one account that is red was from last night, and that's this one. So we were $69 in the hole, and we're up total of 458. And my fundeds, we only made about 50 bucks a piece in those. And this eval here, we kind of went in heavy with it. We've been trying to pass it by next week, but I don't know if we'll get there. We still would have to make another $470. We're up to $26,039, which is basically $1,039 in drawdown. So we did take a few little small losers here and there, but nothing too devastating. If you got the right risk management, if you're not over leveraged, it doesn't hurt too bad to take a 10, 20 point loser if you're only in it a few micros. So that's kind of how I look at my accounts. And it took me a while to get there too, where I would be almost not, I won't say all in every trade, but I would almost be in every trade with like 10 micros or basically a mini, you know. So, and that's really way too much to be trading if you're trading like a 25K and even a 50K. I feel like it's pushing it. So if you want to keep your funded account, it's just better to just not over leverage. And this way, losses aren't a big deal. It'll help you accept losses, so the losses won't bother you as bad if you're just taking, you know, if your loss is only for $40, because you know the very next trade, it's easily to get that $40 back. So that's why I've been kind of trying to approach it like that. And I also tell myself that $50 a day is $1,000 a month. Because there's nothing worse than blowing up your funded accounts. It definitely makes you have a bad day because they can be kind of pricey sometimes. So, because I know I've gone through my fair share of tilt days where I've over leveraged and blew up my fundeds, and especially on a Fridays, even worse because you have a crappy day. I mean, this still looks like a freaking possible long setup, guys. I mean, I feel like we're just building a little 5-minute trend line here. But I don't know if I'm going to take it the second breakout. Probably not. But this is what this looks like to me. This line that we have marked out is your 23% pullback if you pull fib on this whole leg here. So on Quantower, if you select this little indicator here at the bottom, then just take it over here, select it, then just kind of pull up, and that'll put your fib levels on here. For anybody that's curious about the Fibonacci. So I use, like I said, I use fib on all of my entries when it comes to the 5-minute candle. So like I didn't enter off this candle. We entered off of this candle here. Unfortunately, it was just an eval trade, so we didn't get the nice trade with the funded today. So we're looking for anywhere between a 20 and 50% pullback, preferably no more than the 38%. I feel like it's a lot stronger if it's under, not quite past the 38%, and just kind of put your buy order here right above the close of this previous candle, which is the body close, which was at 24. So I think I was long from 23, and that's what we took, or 24 actually. And so we were able to get at least 40 points out of this. Almost 45 points. I think we got 45 points because we did have it set at 50 points, but we decided to risk a little bit more, but it still stopped us out. So that's kind of where we're at on our trades for the day. Oh, excuse me. Cameron, how'd you do trading today? Just even on your sim account. I think Cameron might have left already. Did anybody over here on YouTube take a trade today? Yeah, there's not a lot to do, anything to do here. It's 11 o'clock. I still feel like those highs are up there at the 446. Definitely not going to re-enter this for long. We'll probably just sit here and just watch the price action. But we won't take any more trades. We're just going to keep the profit we have. And so this way, there's no reason to risk any more of our profits. So we're just going to stay where we're at. The only one that I wish we got better profit on was probably my funded accounts today, but that's okay. That's the only ones that really didn't get very much profit, but we just did not have any good follow through this morning. So watch this be the breakout now, and this thing just rips. I mean, this looks like a really massive 5-minute bull flag here. So you would have been long here at the. I usually like to long the body. I mean, you're already up almost 20 points, man. We were just in this move one couple candles too early, guys. Couple candles too early. If you're looking for like a setup to just get a nice quick 10, 20 points, man, these 5-minute breakouts will easily pay you 10 points most of the time. But sometimes you just kind of have the luck of the draw if you're just like a candle or two too early. Oh, the good old 50 pullback. Look at her go. Man. I knew that crap was going to happen. As soon as I don't enter it, it's just going to rip and go to that freaking 46 target up there. What's up, Christy? Sitting here watching the market moved up. I took like a little 1 micro loss over here a while ago because I got in this trade one candle too early. We did get a 45-point trade here. So right here. So we did take this right here. This was the first 5-minute candle to kind of print outside of the 15 minutes over here, or maybe to the upside. So we did take the long from 24 to like 70. So I added to that one account that we traded last night. So we're still in the red on this one account by $70. So probably not going to take any trades on that. I'm just going to live with the loss. That one account that I took that big 50-point move on last night, we took another 50-point trade a few minutes ago, or the 45-point trade. So right now we're going to lock in 342 on this account. So now we kind of built a nice little buffer. So that'll give us $840 in drawdown for this account. For the regular accounts that we trade, we only made $50 on the funded. It's still green. So at least we get to walk away with a little bit of green today. And the eval, we took a little small 20-point loss on this with 2 micros starting out. Then we entered again, kind of a little bit on the heavier side being an eval. And so we're up 1,039 on this account. So it's kind of just where we're at on our accounts at the moment. But we did take small little losses today, though. But nothing like devastating. That's kind of what I've been telling you about the just put you a couple micros on, and just, this way if you take a loss, you're not like revenge trading or pissed off and, full porting. You're like, screw this. I'm putting this thing on the NQ and we're going to put on 4 micros and go all in. Or 7 micros if you're on the 50K. Yeah, I'm full porting them minis. I'm not sure. I'm done trading at the moment, Roy. We've already had our entries for the day. We took about 2 trades on the fundeds, and we've taken about 4 trades on evals today, maybe 5. So we had 3 nice winners on the eval, and we had 2 losses also on the evals. But overall, we're still green because we're usually just trading 2 micros, and we're trying to keep our stop loss somewhere between that 10 and 20 points per trade. So this way we don't get, even if we get stuck in a trade, it's not overly devastating. You got to think one micro Even if you're in one micro and you're down 50 points, that's only $100. Because I've messed up plenty of counts over leveraging. So we're trying really, really hard not to over leverage our accounts anymore. And only taking 1 to 2 trades max with our funded accounts. And that's kind of what we did today. We ended up taking 2 trades. Yesterday we had a nice winner on the funded, so we made about $100. The only issue is I was copy trading and I didn't get my full amount. So that was really the only crappy thing about yesterday. But we had good entries yesterday also on the fundeds. This morning started off so whipsawy where it was just kind of wicking back and forth that like there was no good follow through until after 10:30 this morning. Oh, excuse me. But we'll be back for the London session this evening. So, and see if we can find a nice little trade in the London session here. Not London session, the Asia market. So we'll get on here and look for some Asia market trades. That was that one I was red on. I paper handed both of my trades last night. That's what I was so annoyed. So I had the 12 marked out last night as my long. That thing hit the 12, probably went in red about 5 points, then ripped up 40 points. Then I said the 2508 should have been your short. Got short again, went to break even too fast. It whipped back up, stopped me out, then sold off 100 points. So, but we did jump back in. We were able to get an entry back in, and we took 50 points, and that was my last trade of last night, was the 50-point trade. And that's where some of this profit comes from, this Perdeus account. That's where some of this 342 comes from, was that 50-point trade from last night. Man, this bear flag's already up 40 points, guys. Our bull flag. To me, my favorite bull flags are the 5-minute flags. I mean, they usually pay so well. I just hate that I got in one move too early. So we were just one candle too early and got stopped out. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today. I'm definitely not going to go into the lunch hour trading today like I did yesterday because I didn't really get any good trades, and we just don't want to overtrade today. I was watching this because I thought maybe we would push up to the 40s here. I mean, I feel like if we can kind of get back above the 400s here, you should get those highs up there. And you might even be able to get a short out of 446 today. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't put a resting order, but I would put it where I come up behind it and do it. So 445. Yeah, 445. That'd be a nice area for a possible short. 445. What's up, lazy trader? You found someone your age? Is that a partner, or are you talking about trading? Oh, me? Oh, thank you. Yep, I'm 48. Good old 48. So a couple more years till we get to the 50 age. 42, nice. It's close. It's coming fast. I'm trying to slow things down. You know, hopefully 49 can last a few years for me. I only have what, 4 or 5 more months left. I don't know what it is. The older you get, the nine's just not exciting anymore, guys. So at the age of 9, you're excited about turning 10. At 19, you're excited about turning 20. 30 starts losing its luster. Then 40 really loses it. Then you're like, damn, I'm almost 50. No, 49. No. That's almost what it feels like. I can't imagine what the 59 and 69, feels like when you finally get to that age, if you're blessed to get to that age. Ah, shoot. Man, we got a 40-point push, almost 50 points, then just really a yank back. So now I think we're just going to kind of be in consolidation zone probably till the lunchtime. All right, guys, I need to walk away. If not, I just sit here and just kind of talk nonstop. So I got to find my stuff that helps me in my stream. You'll feel blessed to live to 100. I don't know. I don't even think about living to 100, honestly, Christy. I'm okay if you're the last one to go, if that's what it needs to be. And so, the last one to go from the house or from the, immediate family, I guess. Hmm. All right. Thank you, guys. We're ending now.